Well, day 12. Just had my 0 in Idlewild and it was the best. Oh, I had such a good time. And just got dropped off by my wife. So I'm a little sad boy now. Got a heavy pack full of food and some snow gear. And I've got some mountains ahead of me that I gotta climb over. So I'm starting off slow today. Let my muscles wake up. And yeah, I'm excited to go check out Ascento. I'm either gonna hike 10 or maybe 14 miles today. The next day will kind of be my approach and get me in a nice spot to summit the following day. So here we go. Great view of San Jacinto behind me. I'll be there to hopefully tag the summit in 2 days. So I just got off trail to walk to a stream that's about a mile away, and I was planning on camping there, and there is a huge swarm of bees. Huge! I've never seen a swarm so big, and it looks like it's kind of right over the trail ahead of me. So I guess I'll just stand here for a little while. That's where I need to go. A lot of water. Okay, I made it. I just waited a little while. And they kind of moved up the hill a little bit. Oof! I got allergies, man. I can't mess with that stuff. So I was the first person to arrive at this campsite yesterday, and now this morning I'm the last person to leave. There was probably like a dozen people camped here. It just really filled in. This morning was like a hiker symphony. Probably around like 5:30, you just start hearing all the inflatable sleeping pads being deflated. It was like psh, psh, psh. And then around 5:36, everyone's alarms were going off. So like beep 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 beep. It was kind of a scene. So I figured I'd just stay in bed a little bit longer. Let everyone do their thing, and then I'll get out after. So it was cool to be around a bunch of people. It's always fun to hang out, meet new hikers. But there's also just a lot going on this morning. Today is just all about climbing and getting in a prime spot to summit San Jacinto tomorrow. So my plan is to do about 13 miles. That'll put me probably within, I don't know, maybe 8 miles of the summit. So, just a big day of climbing. Big ups, big downs, big ups again. So, I'm just stocking up on water since there's not too much. And I'm about to hit it. That was an amazing campsite. Probably my favorite one yet. And it just felt so good to be up in the pines. That was fantastic. And there's water right there. It was a mile off trail. So now I'm headed back to the PCT. But I think it was worth it. My sleeping pad repair job held. Slept great. New shoes. Feel fantastic. Got a new water filter. And it flows so fast. All kinds of good stuff happening out here. So it's lining up to be a really good day. Got the, I don't know, kind of Morongo Valley, Palm Springs-ish area behind me. I can see Salton Sea over the ridge. This is just too cool. I love it out here. One of my favorite places. Alrighty, the real reason why I'm hiking the PCT is so I can eat as many chocolate donuts as possible without feeling a hint of guilt. I've been waiting years for this. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Oh. All right, I've made it to Phobes Junction, which is a really common turnoff where people can exit and get into the town of Idlewild. So when it was really snowy here last month, a lot of people were bailing out right at this point, but now it's super dry, no snow, and it's a very steep climb. I'm about to climb maybe about 1,200 feet in a little over a mile, so very steep. Let's go. I just encountered another swarm of bees. I don't know what it is with these bees, but this time I was kind of walking and the swarm was coming right at me. And I turned around and just started running until I couldn't hear the buzzing anymore. It was kind of scary. Then I stopped, waited, listened, and then it was gone. So either I'm losing it and I'm just imagining bee swarms, or there's something funny going on out here. is the first water in 13 miles. Well, I skipped one. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. What a massive day. I wasn't expecting snow, but hit probably a dozen snow crossings. And I just loved it. So fun. Had all the right equipment, so I felt comfortable, in control. And gosh, just great. Probably 100 blowdown trees I had to go over, under, or around. And I think I must have climbed about 4,000 feet in elevation. Heavy day, but so rewarding. I just have the biggest views, and wow. I'm just getting water, and then camp is like 0.3 miles away, so can't wait to lay down. Summit day! Here we go! This is so cool. It is just amazing out here. It's a little breezy. The snow is nice and firm, crispy, mostly still frozen. And traveling is a little bit slow, probably 1.5 miles an hour. This is great. Yay, water! Okay, I got a recap on yesterday. I filmed a lot going up the mountain, summiting, and starting to head down from the summit, but then I didn't do too much after that, so I thought I'd just do like a recap. But man, yesterday morning, didn't start hiking until later than I wanted to. Started hiking at 6. Originally I was thinking about waking up at 4, but I don't think it would have made much of a difference in the long run. was just based on how far we had to go during the day. But started going at 6, and that was mainly so I could hike with a group of people rather than being by myself. So it was a little bit safer, and man, it was just a winter wonderland. The snow was so hard, crisp, crunchy, frozen, moving kind of slow, but it felt good. And we got to kind of the junction where you really start climbing up the mountain, and it was probably about 10:30 at that time, and the snow was kind of softening up a little bit, but it was like a nice kind of soft, not sloshy at all, but just enough to grip still. And yeah, the push up the summit was definitely tough, but so cool just going over these huge open faces of snow, and we got to do some like pretty cool mountaineering, going straight up some faces, some steep slopes, and that was really fun. And the summit was just gorgeous. 360-degree views. You could see the desert, you could see the Salton Sea, you could see Catalina Island, Gorgonio, Mount Baldy, tons of views. So it was just fantastic up there. And by 12, 1 o'clock, maybe even getting close to 2 o'clock, we started our descent. And the snow was definitely softening up at that point, but it made for really great glissading and sliding, and we were like skiing on our feet, and we were flying down the face of the mountain, and it was a ton of fun. But then when we kind of got down the mountain and we hit the PCT again, it was slop. It was mashed potatoes, just an absolute slog, and we still had to traverse we were hoping to go 5 miles once we hit the PCT, but we were going so slow, maybe half a mile an hour, maybe even slower at times, and you just could not get any traction in the snow because it was so soft. There were times where we had to descend and you literally just could not get a grip on your feet, and you kind of had to like controlled arrest slide down some sections. So it was sketchy, and we, instead of going 5 miles, we ended up going, I think, 2 miles. We found like this little tiny dirt patch with boulders and rocks all around us, and we just squeezed in between the rocks and cowboy camped, and it was kind of like type 2 fun. Looking back on it was funny and fun and an experience, but in the moment we were just so beat, exhausted, tired, and we would have slept anywhere at that point. So in retrospect, probably would have tried to get in a closer position to the mountain to summit earlier, would have woken up earlier, and I didn't think so much about what we would have to go through coming down the mountain after and crossing Fuller Ridge, which is a very snowy, kind of sketchy ridge. So just things you learn. Obviously, if we were just mountaineering, just going for the summit, I'd probably do a lot more prep to set up for it, but as a thru hiker, we're just trying to cover long distances, and sometimes you gotta pass things in not so ideal times, but at least we had the equipment and experience and skills to get through it. So it was wild, it was crazy, it was exhausting, but it was so so probably about 3 miles until I should be completely out of the snow, and from there, all in all, it would be a 22-mile descent down into Cabazon, and I think you have to drop like 7,000, maybe 8,000 feet. It's crazy. It's a huge descent. So I'm thinking, okay, I could either try to do that all today, get into town, sleep in a bed, or maybe do, I don't know, maybe 15-ish miles today, and then get into Cabazon early tomorrow, because I need to resupply on food and get ready for my next stretch to Big Bear. So just gonna start walking and see how I feel, and make the call later. I think we're out of the snow. Been a lot of dirt lately, Dirt is nice. God, you can walk so fast on dirt. Take off my spikes, get rid of my axe, and probably take these gaiters off too. Well, that lasted about 10 minutes. But hey, look at her. Today is just a whole new day. Coming around the mountain and having that view of Cabazon was just awesome. It's kind of funny because doing San Jacinto, one of the highest points of the trail so far, kind of half broke me and hit a low. But then coming around and seeing the desert below and kind of the next segment that I'm going to be traveling through just picked me back up again and got me a new high. So the highest got me low, the lower got me high. Kind of funny, but just excited to make my way down the mountain and see some incredible views of San Jacinto, and just trying to figure out how I'm going to get into town, get some more food, and figure out my course for Big Bear. But exciting, reinvigorated, feeling good. It's a new day. I just keep looking over my shoulder and smiling. Amazing. I've driven this highway to the desert dozens of times, and I always just kind of drool over the view of San Jacinto. And I've always dreamed of doing this. And to be here from the other perspective, looking at the highway now, is just too cool. It is an absolutely golden morning. 9 miles downhill until we hit the Interstate 10. And I believe we have a trail angel that's going to be picking us up, taking us to grocery stores so we can get food that we need and some other stuff. And I think the plan is to actually get back on trail after, so we can keep on pushing to Big Bear. There's a storm coming 4 days from now, and it might snow in Big Bear, so the goal is to get in before that. Anyways, leaving San Jacinto, hit mile 200 yesterday. So cool, and just really happy to be here. A little bit surprised I got this far, wasn't too sure, but feeling good, mentally strong, physically a little bit sore, working out some kinks, but just grateful. 200 and 24:50 to go.